session will be after all presentations. We will continue with the third presentation, which tells us about a research project where a low-cost VoIP solution, voice over IP solution, is implemented for the University PBX using SPA 3102 by Mr. Jayasundara and Ms. Rajguru. Both are PhD honors in the networks in computer science and General Sir John Costello University. And certainly they are in their internship where Mr. Jayasundara is at WSO2 and Ms. Rajguru is attached to Sri Lanka Telecom. And apparently Mr. Jayasundara had carried out two interesting research projects. One is where he is carrying out research on using artificial neural networks to predict from where soil is originated. And the other project is about detection of human movements using convolution neural network. And on the other hand, Ms. Rajguru is undertaking research in network security and multi-agent systems. So overview, Mr. Jayasundara or Ms. Rajguru.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to present our software engineering project. We have named it as low-cost VoIP solution for University PBX by using SPA 3102. My team members are Siddharth Veerasinghe, Manusha Jayasundara, Dr. Damita Vikramanayake, and I'm Chandrima Rajguru. These are the content of our presentation. Introduction. I'll give you a brief introduction about VoIP, which is Voice over Internet Protocol. It is a replacement for existing analog PSTN, which stands for Public Switch Telephone Network. And it also converts the voice into a digital signal that travels over the Internet. It also allows to make a call directly from a computer or a mobile device such as a mobile phone or a tab, and also a special VoIP phone and from a traditional phone, but it should be connected to a special adapter. VoIP works with a variety of protocols. We have mentioned only two. One is real-time transport protocol, which transfers the multimedia data, and the second one is session initiation protocol, which establishes signals and controls session. Then the PBX, private branch exchange. It is a telephone system within an enterprise. It switches call between enterprise users on local lines, while allowing all users to share a certain number of external phone lines. And the main purpose is to save the cost. SIP, Session Initiation Protocol. It is a signaling protocol of internet conferencing, telephony, and instant messaging. So it is considered as a very flexible protocol. It was designed to set up real-time multimedia sessions between group of participants. These are some of the research papers we went through. First one is a distributed IP-based telecommunication system using SIP by C.A. Thompson, H.A. Lashman, N. Angela Koch, and V. Kumar Parikh. This paper describes the design, philosophy, and implementation of a prototype for a fully distributed IP-based telecommunication system. The second one is VoIP implementation using Asterisk PBX by M. Rahman and N.S. Islam. This paper focuses on the implementation of VoIP by the use of Asterisk PBX and the experimentation of the performance of voice calls instead using calls initiated using SIP-P simulator. The final one is Asterisk open source to implement voice over internet protocol by GMW Al-Saadun. This paper presents the design on a local area network for the VoIP server using Asterisk open source, and it includes only one Asterisk server and 2 clients with light softphone connected to the server. These are the problems arise with the existing analog system, analog PBX. It has the limited number of extensions, and it cannot be increased. And it takes high cost for the expansion and also time consuming, and it provides limited functionality. Now I invite my friend Anusha to continue this presentation. Thank you.
There are several other softwares to set up the PBX, like shown here, MyVoIP and 3CX, but they are not a free version. You can't use it freely. We have to buy these products. Product that we can download and use it without any money. So we use this. This is a very updated version. We can download any documentation, and there are so many tutorials, so we can learn and implement it. That's why we use Asterisk. This is a screenshot of the Asterisk server when configured. And to communicate with the digital PBX, we configure two SIP accounts. This is how we configure the SIP accounts. Each account will have their own voicemail. So if the user is not available at that moment, you can keep a voicemail to his voicemail account. So and also the user is not available, there will be a recording date like he is not available at that moment. And to communicate with the the system, we should have client software. So we build our own one using OSIKI VoIP SDK. This is for Windows machines. But I should mention that this OSIKI VoIP is not a freeware. So if we are going to implement this as a commercial software, we have to buy that software, that SDK. So this is only for Windows platform. So working with it is simple to configure. Like we just want to install our softphone, register a SIP account, and you can make calls using it. This is a top-level diagram of that. And our developed software is very lightweight. Only take a few megabytes. So and it has every facility that commercial softphone has. And for other devices, we use this Soipa application. This is also an open source one. We can download it from App Store, and it is available for all the platforms like Windows, Android, and iOS. So it has very good functionalities like free encryption for all your text messages, and voice and video communication both are available with this device, this software. And after the set up the digital PBX, KLU already have an analog PBX. We thought of a way that without replacing this analog PBX, why we can't use it with parallel to the analog PBX. So we tried several methods. Initially we tried this analog card, TDM400P. It has 2 FX4 ports and 2 FXS ports. But since it's an analog card, we have to configure it when we are installing the system, the Asterisk system. So we feel that it is a little bit hard to do, and it will take some time. So we think of a way that very simple way that how we can do this without going to harder manner. So we found that Linksys SPA3102 device. This is a simple adapter which do the same like TDM 4000 IP, and it is very simple to configure this because we just want to give internet connection to this device, and then like doing in other SIP accounts, we just want to give username and a password. That's all, and it will provide all facilities that that digital softphone has. Like call waiting, call ID with name, call ID blocking, call forward and menu. To conclude our session, I would like to talk about one thing. To configure this system, we use a public IP rather than using a private IP. So even though you are not at the university, you can call using our digital PBX, because we use a public IP to configure it. So anywhere from the world, from any network, you can access our digital PBX. And as I mentioned last time, we use a SPA3102 device to connect the analog telephones to the digital asterisk server and also connect existing analog network to the digital asterisk server. So one big point of our system is we couldn't install the short message service, because to install that we have to buy a module that we don't have. And since this service is our own, so service situated in our university, so no one can see what we are, our communication lines. So this is belong to KLU, so no one will monitor our connection. So it is very secure and our privacy is secured there. And as a testing phase, we give accounts to our lecturers, students, even our former vice chancellor was testing the system, and their filters highlighted that the user friendliness and the efficiency of our system. These are the references of our project what we use. And thank you.